we get to the building by 7:30. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all the expectation should be. Like, let's keep it there. We'll work our way up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're here.
It ain't like y'all sitting around at 7:30 waiting for us anyway. Let's keep it a beat. Okay? Y'all ain't waiting for us.
I'm waiting on my sports.
But if you is, we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? At least the Cowboys didn't lose. I see you, B. Blair.
At least the Cowboys didn't lose. Boy, y'all would have lost so about week.
You damn right. We'll take it. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking about the NFC least anyway. So if you into the NFC least, your team is one of them, then I feel sorry for you because none of us really have anything to look forward to at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? What you got going on this weekend?
Man, I got an episode of the Bridges and Bankroll shot done. Shout out to my boy Bill Collector. Shout out to my boy Lyncho was missing in action. I forget homie name we had on as a guest, but he was self-owned. He got his own tax service. He do his own clothing line. You know what I'm saying? Very positive brother. You know what I'm saying? It was awesome. You know what I'm saying?
I need to holler at my man, get my taxes done. I told myself the next person to do my taxes has to be African American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a brother. You know what I'm saying? He did that shit. According to Bill Collector, you know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying, took care of him on the taxes. So, you know what I'm saying? If you need that number, I'll definitely get that reference to you.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't had too much going on this weekend, man. I've been, with the fam. I spent a lot of time with the fam. I got out to a little event. Shout out to my guy, Roderick Pullum, inviting us out to an event last night, a beat battle hosted by Lone Star, Sick With It, and another individual. I'm sorry I can't think of your name. It was on the flyer. I had never met him before. But ran into a few cool people, man. I saw my guy, my brother Miggy out there, so we talked about a few things. Hopefully we can get him on some portion of the show to talk about all the great things he has going on and everything like that, man. So shout out to everybody that we saw. We actually also just put out the DFW top 10.
Hey, check that out.
If you got some time, check that out, man. Like all we trying to do is get the content to y'all. So that went very, very well. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that chimed in and watched that. Me and my brother sitting up talking about things that's important to us, which are music videos and the construction of it. How you feel about the show, man?
I thought it was dope. Essentially, I like watching it. It did give me the whole, like we was striving for, the whole Rap City 106 in Park, kind of not the full TRL-ish, but our own spin on it. So like just to see video, because I'm a video guy. Like I love music videos.
It's a
like,
big deal.
Ever since I was little, like I would sit up all day and watch music videos. So just to have watch
a late night with the
uncut or something like that. Yeah,
for real.
So when you start taking that away from me, it was just kind of like that's whack. But I mean, to bring it back and actually give other people that love music videos like us, like what's going on around here, not just people that's industry. Like what's going on around my community, in the hip hop scene around Dallas, Fort Worth, and Arlington, Louisville. Wherever you at, if you got a dope video, send it to us. Send it to me. Man. Send it to my boy sitting next to me. Send it to Rod T. We gonna get your video on that playlist.
And just be working, man. Like that's the important thing. If you're actively working, we'll find it. Like if you got music right now, especially out here, man, we will find it. Like I'm looking for it. I want to hear it. I want to know what's going on with it. Just because, you know what I'm saying? Like we had a time now where we don't get to hear a lot of music on the radio because a lot of us don't really listen to the radio like that. So if you
plus I want to hear what's going on out there. It's like people say, "Oh, my boy tight, check my boy out," but they don't never give me nothing to check out. So I want to see what's going on in the Metroplex.
Make sure he got it though. Like if y'all out here vouching for these people, make sure these individuals can make music and make videos that's up to par with some of the people that we put on there. And like we even had artists that signed to Def Jam, that signed to Empire, that signed to different places on there, and that's not necessarily to say that they'll be on every top 10, but that's just to let you know what we're looking for, that quality. Shit, I got my whole live shut down for using somebody's shit on Universal. So shit.
That's from being around here.
It's worth it though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's worth it at the end of the day because we do want to exhibit that we are looking for quality. Like we not just, we want to look out for the independent artists and our homeboys and everything like that too, but we want to make sure that we are highlighting those that's really putting in dope work. So shout out to everybody we had on there. I think number from 10 up, what was number 10 was
don't get me forgetting.
Number 10 was somebody. I know number 9 was Curtis Mays. 10, shout out to K White. Shout out to everybody that we had on there. Go back and watch that,
Flower
man.
Child, Bobby Sessions,
exactly.
Jason Lyric.
We showed
Rakim
love.
Al-Jabbar was on there. And I'm forgetting.
We had Debbie Stones. We had a bunch.
Yeah.
Willow. So that shows you the diversity of what we was trying to do with that, man. So shout out to
mostly all Dallas based. We want people from the Fort Worth to come out, Arlington, Louisville.
Come
on.
We
want the whole Metroplex. Because DFW top 10 videos for a reason.
You got a dope artist out there, man. Let us know. Let us know. Shout out to everybody watching, man. If you watching, please share it. Please share it for us.
Click that button in the bottom. It's easy.
It's a button. If you ain't never showed no love, and if you in a live and you're on your phone, right? Like if you holding it the way up that I'm doing, it's a blue button that just says share.
Sure.
And you click that button, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Plain and simple.
Oh man. So just a few things to get to from the start in the sports world that happened to. I mean, here recently. Shout out to Dustin Johnson winning the Masters, man.
Yes, sir. For all my people who watch golf.
Listen, we are well versed.
Yes, sir.
I go jogging every day around the golf course, and I'm out there checking people's swings, to make sure it's how it needs to be.
I want to put this out there. If anybody knows how to play golf or can put me in the right direction, that can teach me how to play golf, I'm very interested in learning how to play golf.
I got a guy.
The
correct
interested. Way, I want to. They tell me to go get a set of clubs, or you can go to the pawn shop, buy some clubs. Like I'm down with all that. I have some time I can put in between all these podcasts I'm doing, but I'm willing to learn. It looks like a dope sport to learn how to play. So
man, I got a guy who plays it. He's the same age as us, but he hits all the parks all the places to play around here. Even the one where I live at, he's frequents that one, the one in Grand Prairie out there y'all's way. So
I need those lessons.
Yeah, man. So we he had a 5-shot victory, was the largest at the Masters since Woods won by 12 in '97. All that was missing was roars from the crowd, they say. You know what I'm saying? So, it was about 250 people there. So, they gave him a warm little applause there. But listen, my man had a 20, 20 under or whatever it was, something ridiculous like that. But he broke a few records out there. So now he got 2 majors to go along with his 25 victories worldwide. A combination that validates him as one of the greats of his generation.
Yes, sir.
And gone are those doubts that he could hold a lead in the major on the final day, which he's had some issues with, because 4 times he had gone into the final round with at least a share of the lead without winning it. So he did have questions, because his only major was the U.S. Open at Oakmont in 2016, where he rallied from 4 shots behind. So shout out to that man, doing it aggressively, doing it well.
Jacket.
You know what I'm saying? Getting to it. He got Tiger putting the jacket on him because Tiger won it last year.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
That's
Tiger
super
won it
ill
last year.
in itself. But shout out to Dustin, man. He's the best guy in it right now. I know we had the Spieth thing and the hype from Spieth and people thinking that he was going to be the guy, Rory. But Dustin Johnson has been consistently doing this, at this level for a while. Like
somebody I'm forgetting too.
He's always in contention. Bryson DeChambeau.
Dustin Johnson ain't the one from here, is he?
No.
There's another golfer that's from this area.
I can't think of his name, bro. It's sad that I can't. This is how much I watch golf, though. Man. So
I watch it though.
I'm better than I was, because I used to be a Tiger Woods only type of guy. So
I watch everybody now.
All right. Also, shout out to another legendary athlete, the man Lewis Hamilton. Scored his 7th world title.
Yes, sir.
7th, people. Crowned champion of the world for a record equaling 7 times after he won a dramatic Turkish Grand Prix.
And this is in Formula One racing.
Next level. Listen, we are touching every fucking base here.
If honestly, in this sport, Formula One racing, if you don't know who Lewis Hamilton is, then you've been fucking asleep, pretty much.
Yeah, come on, man.
Even in the race world, he is pretty much the man.
What you looking for? What else he got to do?
Exactly.
What else I got to do to get y'all respect?
Stands up. He's also a black man. Stands up for the Black Lives Matter.
Listen, that was my next thing. You know what I'm saying? So while those around him lost his cool, Hamilton delivered his best display of the season to claim his 10th win from 14 rounds and emulate Michael Schumacher's all-time title haul with 3 rounds to spare. So not only did he do it, he could have paused, took a stop on the side, drank a glass of wine, and got back in his car and got through it. So quote is saying, "This year I've been driven not just by my desire to win on the track, but a desire to help push our sport and our world to become a more diverse and inclusive place. I promise you I'm not going to stop fighting for change. We have a long way to go, but I'll continue to push for equality within our sport and within the greater world we live in." And throughout the season, he's taken a knee ahead of every race, wearing the T-shirts, the Black Lives Matter joints, or in the case of the September Tucson's Grand Prix, he had a shirt that said "Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor." So shout out to him, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, if you don't know who he is, there's a reason you should know who he is because he's out here fighting for the causes.
He's the motherfucking man
I mean,
now.
he's a black man in that sport. If you see him, you know, he's a black man in this sport. So he's not just out here talking it. He's living it. He's going through what we go through. You know, if you look at these pictures he got up, he got braids. He don't look like your typical, you know, what you would expect. But even still, he's out here representing for us in the best way. So
Formula One. These ain't the race cars that Bubba Wallace and them is driving. The Dale Earnhardts. These are the fast ones.
These are the fucking Formula One.
Yeah, the jet fuel.
Come on, man.
Motherfuckers. Yeah, so he's out here doing his thing.
Shout out to everybody watching. Swab, I see you. Bam, what's good, my G? What's the deal, my G?
I think Lewis Hamilton's only comment after winning that race should have been, if you're not first, you're last. And walked off. That's what it should have been. If you're not first, you're last, and walked off.
For real. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Shout out to my man Mark McCray here at Podcast Suites, man. We every week we come in here. What we try to do is even on the stuff that y'all can't see, we try to improve our show in ways that it makes it more accommodating to y'all. So now we got a way to watch the games while we in here. You know what I'm saying? We just try to step our game up, and we wouldn't be able to do none of that without the homie Mark, man. So shout out to him and everything else, man. Shout out to him. So let's get into some anything from basketball. Before we get into football, is there anything, because there was a few things I wanted to ask you about before we go. So the one thing I wanted to ask you about is, how do you feel about Chris Paul going back to the Clippers?
I don't think he should go back to the Clippers.
If that's an option, do you think that should happen?
No, I don't think so. They're the Clippers. I mean, move on. If anything, go to L.A. Like, I don't think you should backtrack back to the Clippers without Doc. Like,
I feel exactly. That was my thing. No Doc Rivers there.
Yeah.
So who's the coach now? Is that they went with Ty Lue?
Ty Lue, yeah. I mean, that's cool and all, but don't backtrack.
He got to
keep your journey going.
But see, now it's not even gonna be no way for him to come to LA, because you see what LA is trying to do.
Yeah, they just got trying to get Dennis Schroeder.
I'm with that move 100%.
Even giving up, what is it, Danny Green
and the 28th pick.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Yeah,
take it.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up for that? Take him. Bye, Danny.
So Schroeder's gonna come. What do you think he's gonna start? He's gonna be starting. Yeah,
he has to.
Are y'all keeping Rondo? Y'all don't know yet.
If he is, it's gonna have to be.
I mean, I'm not worried about Rondo starting. He's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, it'd be the same capacity.
Yeah.
But I heard he was looking for a payout too. So
Rondo?
that may be, I heard he's looking for a bag. So he may be wanting to start somewhere, which is completely possible.
That's cool. Shit, they said they want him in the Clippers too.
That's what I said. He said that CP3 owed it to the coach to go after a chip with the Banana Boat gang. Real talk, pause as far as the Banana Boat thing, because that was a very pause-worthy moment. But at some point, he has to just put all his chips in and say, I want to win a ring, and I feel like I can do it with LeBron. Let me do that. He's going to have to do it, bro.
He's the only one left that didn't go, because Melo hasn't joined up with nobody.
True.
Not out of that game. And even D Wade went back to Cleveland with LeBron to try to get another one again. So that didn't work out. So you see how that went. So, I mean, shit, why not? Go for it.
I don't know. I think there's a matter
I'm willing to see that, though. And he ain't going to have to be out here busting his ass scoring either. You got to think, you got CP3 just average 25, 26 points last season?
He's going to facilitate. You talking about averaging 18 assists a game type shit.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't going to have to go out there and score 25 points a game. He can just come in, 18, 20 assists, get a couple rebounds, push it up court. Yeah. And then when they need a bucket, you got nobody better than CP3 out there.
Right.
That mid-range jumper, that jumper period. Let's just be clear.
Okay, next question I have for you. The other thing I just heard was about... Oh, give me my brain. Was the James Harden thinking about going to the Nets?
I don't think that's gonna work.
Talking about he wouldn't mind reuniting with Kevin Durant and playing with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna work. At the same time,
if they can get the pieces to match up to get him there, you don't think that threesome will work, pause?
Nah, they all need the ball in their hand.
That's what I said. Very ball dominant. Now, James Harden does pass. He did lead the league in assists for a year, so I don't want to act like he can't do it. But I just don't see it.
Nah, he's not going to drop off from 28, 29, 30 points a game to 10, or not even 10, 15, 16 points a game?
Maybe him and Durant, but him and Kyrie definitely not.
Not in the front court. Or not in the backcourt, my bad.
Definitely not.
Not those two, because you know Kyrie needs it.
He needs the ball in his hand, bro. Like, for real. So
I could see that in Boston.
Nah, I didn't. Those was the ones that really stuck out to me that I've been hearing about.
And then when KD went to Golden State, you could see as soon as he got there that they gave him I don't know if it was necessarily that they were just giving it to him because it's KD. I mean, I would have too, but or was it him calling like, yo, I need the ball in my hand?
I think initially it was them giving it to him, but like once they got down the stretch and he settled in, then they kind of saw like, oh no, we thought that Curry was a guaranteed bucket. No.
This is a 7-foot nigga.
That guy's a guaranteed bucket. It don't matter who's guarding him. Like they can limit Curry at a certain point in time. You can't do that with Durant. I ain't seen a person who's been able to shut Durant down. So
let me ask you this then. So how do you feel about being in the Western Conference with your Lakers just winning the championship, about the Golden State Warriors coming back pretty much with the same roster they had that went 73-9?
Right.
Because that was before they had KD. So you got Clay coming back, you got Steph coming back.
Still got Wiggins there.
You still got Wiggins there that we didn't even discuss.
Crazy.
And you got Draymond. Draymond plays better when them two boys is there. I don't care what nobody says. Right. You got to think he's an all-star too. So it's like, how do you feel about that?
Depending on how they match up and what else the Lakers may pick up this offseason. But if we can stack up the odds the way that it was, if we can bring somebody like DeMarcus Cousins back, we get Schroeder at the 1, which is that's going to shore up so much depending on what Rondo does. But you got to respect the Warriors. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go.
Number 2 pick.
Yeah, which they can flip for whatever, depending on if a team is thirsty.
Yeah. So either they take whatever man in the draft, or they take that, flip it, and get whoever else.
Real talk.
They can get anybody with their number 2 pick.
It's scary. It's a scary thought. It's a scary thought to see that they have what they have right now. Like you say, Curry, Thompson, Draymond, Wiggins, and then the number 2 pick.
And they said Clay been ready.
Oh yeah, he
been ready. He could have went and played in the bubble, but they said nah.
I saw an interesting conversation H was having with somebody. Shout out to my nigga Adrian.
Yeah, H was good, boy.
He was having a conversation with one of the homies last season, and the nigga was saying basically how he didn't feel like if Clay was on his own, he can average 25 points a game.
What?
I was like, what?
I think I seen that clip too.
I saw it. And this is a person that scored 63 points in 3 quarters. Like he broke at the time he broke the record in the finals for threes made until it was taken from him.
And then he broke the record for most points in a quarter with what, 37?
Yes, 37.
37 points in a quarter.
I was like, come on, he can't average 25. Like what do we be watching the same games?
Because like what do we think he already has the green light out here. I mean, in Oakland or Golden State.
Yeah, he
has the green light. But if you just give him his own team with the ultimate green light, like crazy. Yeah, he gonna get at least 25. At least average 25.
Shout out to everybody watching, man. I see you, Flav. Appreciate you, my guy. Let us know, man, how y'all feel about y'all teams going into the next season. I know I've talked to a few Mavericks fans that had some very high hopes and shit like that because of how the season ended and, they prospects for youth and things like that. So let us know how y'all feel, man. I know it's early, but that's about to spin back around here quickly, and before you know it, it'll be
22nd, right? Yeah.
So, but for you,
I'm interested in seeing what the Mavericks do. Like I said, I'm a Luka fan, so I fuck with the kids.
They gonna be solid, bro.
Yeah.
All these teams that's been off for 280 days. Yeah. And like, come on, man. They didn't have
the Warriors been off for 280 days. Damn near a year.
As opposed to the Lakers with that picture you showed me, said Lakers had like 70 days off in between.
Yeah.
That's a typical LeBron. This is typically for him. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this for so long. Shout out to the Sunday Night Football game on right now. We got it on in the studio. The Ravens and the Patriots right now. The Ravens are on defense. Yeah, they got to be because you're not on offense with number 48. Where's the score? It's 10-7. Baltimore up 10-7. 2 minutes left in the second quarter for those who ain't watching. You know what I'm saying?
Patriots currently got the ball right now.
Mavs need another score.
They do.
The Mavs should have took one of them Morris twins. I never understood why they didn't go after one of them. That would fit exactly that void of having a dog down there that y'all need. Like, get one of them and then find another player that can come off the bench and score.
You gotta think they still. I don't know what they're gonna do with Cauley Stein. Because remember, they just got him
He's such a disappointment. I thought he was going to be much better than what
you got to think situation. He might be all right somewhere else. And then you got homeboy, light-skinned homie that was playing power forward for them.
Now I saw Mejri, right?
No.
You talking about Powell?
Powell, yeah. So he's supposed to come back full string next year, too. So that'll be interesting with Luka, KP, and him. But y'all do need a third dominant
scorer. They got to get one
though.
more person. Even if it's not, they just need somebody that's a guaranteed bucket. Nice run there, my boy.
Yeah.
Them Patriots,
that's what I say.
They don't got no fans in their stadium. They say we not fucking around at all with what y'all talking about. Like, we not fucking around with no fans. Nope, nobody's here. And I hope Cam pulls this game out though, man. He needs it. Like he needs to turn the tides there if he plans to stay the quarterback for the Patriots. You think he'll make it past this year? Because he only on a 1 year deal.
They gonna chop him. Get out there,
Yeah.
He gonna turn it around.
Start Stidham on him.
Exactly. That's they tie on Stidham.
He better pick it up, bro, because if not, it's gonna be tough to get another starting job in this league right now.
See, my whole thing about Cam though, they not gonna be hiring him after all this tape of this year, this 2020 season. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get him in training camp against your supposed quarterback, unless he goes against a Rodgers or somebody, but you got to think he gonna go out battle anybody else that you have,
right?
Unless you got a hot rookie like Joe Burrow, but your owner's gonna make you put him in.
Because even right now, when you think about the teams that will have the highest pick in the draft this coming year, the Jets. But the Jets already have Sam Darnold there. So if you had
what
the option,
are you gonna do with him though?
Exactly, but are you rather take a chance with Cam over drafting Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or one of them?
No, because you got years to build. Cam on his way out though,
and that's the only part that's gonna hurt him. It ain't even like his productivity is what you getting from him and what you can get from a rookie and the amount of times you got him to control. So it's gonna be tough to see. I hope he pulls it out, man, because I'm a fan of Cam. I would hate to see him wither out of the league, but there's always a place for quarterbacks. Look at Jameis Winston. You know, he never thought he'd probably play this season, and he got to get in the game today because of an unfortunate situation with Drew Brees.
Yes, sir.
Tua AllOva, same thing. You know, he probably didn't think he was going to start this year, and look at him. He's come out and done his thing.
Fitzpatrick was playing awesome, too. So
Shout out to everybody watching, man. Again, if you're watching, Clippers going after Rondo. I bet that they would. Go after Rondo. They didn't go after him last year. I'm sick of the Clippers, butter. I'm sorry. Shout out to you for watching, my nigga, all the way out in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's another thing. If y'all don't realize, man, we got people everywhere watching, man. If y'all watching, make sure to share it, man. Let the people know. That's our virtual currency right there. Help us out. You know what I'm saying? We can get to it. I'm trying to think of any other narratives. How you feel about the draft? You changed any on Wiseman, Edwards, or LaMelo? You still feel LaMelo is the best one out of the group?
Yeah, just because of his. Hopefully he got a jumper already, but he's just the position he's playing. He's not selfish. He can get you a bucket.
He's 6'7".
6'7".
My boy, that's what I'm saying. Talk about a growth spurt.
This is Lonzo +2.
Yeah, it is.
This is Lonzo +2. If y'all thought Lonzo was dope at UCLA, even coming out of Chino Hills, nah. LaMelo is the next one.
And he's had so much experience playing so many places now. So he's played
exactly.
overseas. He's played in the league his dad created, which is still wild as fuck. That whole little circus that his dad put on from the time he was a junior up until man, I'm so glad that them young men. Shout out to y'all because they figured it out quickly. We have to separate from him.
Yep.
Like we need to separate from him because doing so has allowed them both to flourish in a different way. Lonzo as well. Lonzo was tied in. Like the boy was wearing shoes, busting out of shoes.
His feet, yeah.
Man, come on.
Baller brands. Man, shout out to Melo. He just signed a deal with Puma.
He didn't play around with it. Shout out to you, man. Don't play around with that.
He knew them big baller brands was hurting.
Right,
Shit.
for real. So, yeah, I think he's still the one. I think Wiseman will end up in Golden State if they do draft and keep a player. I think Wiseman will end up there.
Yeah.
Edwards is good enough to be number one, but I think the hype behind Melo and just his overall production, he's probably got more tape professionally than the others do. So, there's a few European players as well. Not any that I know much about because I haven't been able to tune in to any European ball. Touchdown.
Oh, touchdown.
Jeez, touchdown. This is why I don't need to be watching this while we talk.
Obi Toppin too.
That's what I'm saying. So there's so many people that we don't have a chance to see. Like,
I forget the other cat name. We already brought up the kid from Georgia, Edwards.
Yeah.
Wiseman. Yeah. It's two more Euro cats I'm thinking about.
Do you think that you can't really say that. Hold on. You can't really ask the question: are European players going to be effective anymore? Especially when you look at somebody like Luka. That was a great pass by Cam.
Yeah, it was.
This boy Cam just threw a 40-yard touchdown pass while getting hit right in the mouth. That landed in between right in front of the other defender. Shout out to Cam for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cam for that. We'll give you a flash while you're here. No, nothing. Straight touchdown, 13. Well, it's going to be 14-10. I'm not really excited about this draft, but I guess it's because of the way college basketball is, and they haven't really came back, and I haven't really had a chance to see them yet. Yeah. And so I think that's why my excitement.
We only got we only got a little bit of tape. I mean, unless you've been watching it, like some of these guys, like you can go back and look at Edwards' tape from high school, and even Wiseman, and he's a baller for AAU and stuff like that.
That's true.
But it's not a lot of tape unless you're Melo.
Right.
Because you've been watching Melo since he was like 13, 14 years old.
And he's always played the same.
And that's funny that we always get them one players that you watch since they was kids, like the Wagners, the OJ Mayos, the LeBrons, like that, and now LaMelo's watching them since they was little.
Real talk. And that is true too, but it depends on fit. If the player don't fit with that specific team,
exactly.
That counts. So that matters in whether a team like Golden State, if you don't have the player that fits your system there, do you just take that pick and trade it?
Exactly.
That's the exciting part about everything's coming up, because everybody's been very quiet about trades and shit so far. So I haven't really seen much about that.
Was next trade,
right? And then think about the draft with the draft day trades. Yeah, so
it's gonna go down.
Yeah, everything's gonna be going on right now, man. So that's exciting. So just a little NBA talk for y'all, man. We always gonna have to talk NBA. I don't care how y'all feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Nets top Harden's list of destinations. Why he already looking for a way out? That's the one thing I don't like about this generation, and I can't say it for everybody. Yeah. But why are you trying to leave that team right now when y'all was just competitive in the playoffs? Like, y'all still have the same squad. What is because D'Antoni ain't there? Y'all want to jump ship? Like, come on,
D'Antoni and what's the other?
That's why he Lowry to the Nets. I forgot about that.
Lowry, yep.
He's a snake.
Daryl Morey, that's his name. I keep calling him
Morey. Went to the Nets too?
Daryl Morey, that's who we working for, right? No, he worked for the Sixers.
Okay,
Morey worked for the Sixers.
I was gonna say
went to the Nets. My bad.
Yeah. But even still though, so if he ended up on the Sixers, I can understand that. But then again, you got him and Ben Simmons out there. So
they said if they was gonna do anything, they was gonna be even trade Ben Simmons for what's your name? What's your boy? James Harden.
So you'd have Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook in that same squad.
But Russ trying to get out of there too. They talking about Russ want to go to New York.
Ain't nobody taking.
New York got the only cap.
That's why I saw that meme that I said. It said, but Russ coming down the lane, slam dunks it, yells at the crowd. Knicks trail by 37.
Exactly. Still 37 down. Get fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Spike
man.
Lee, the only Knicks fan left.
Yeah,
and Michael Rappaport.
I don't know if that Knicks thing is gonna be the lick, bro. I'm sorry, that's not gonna be it.
Because the only thing you're gonna do is ultimately end up like Melo did. You're gonna be in New York, nobody, with a bunch of money.
Yeah,
not gonna be a contender, and then pretty soon you're just gonna fade to black like Melo did.
Right. Yeah.
Luckily, he got another shot in Portland.
So. Oh my God! The Cardinals won on a Hail Mary to Hopkins.
Yeah.
The person that I'm playing in fantasy football has
DeAndre Hopkins.
No, he has
Kyler Murray.
Yes,
of course.
And finishes with 30 points. That's probably gonna be the death of me. Oh, that hurts my soul.
Oh, you just not seeing it? You didn't see the cut? Yeah.
No, bro. I've been getting ready to come in here. I probably died this week on fantasy, but it's cool.
Man,
I don't even want to talk about it. It's a cold game.
Man, if y'all on fantasy, send us y'all fantasy scores. Are y'all getting y'all ass whooped, are y'all winning right now? How y'all doing in fantasy?
I think I'm 6-3. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm like 6-3 right now. But I'm down right now, man. So it's rough. It's rough, man. It ain't no easy. It ain't no easy thing, man. So
I think I'm 4-5-1 and 6-3 in the other one.
As long as I'm competitive going into the end, man, I'm good. So let's go into some of these games, man. Some of these games from today. If you've been watching some football, man, how your team turn out? How y'all doing? You know, y'all be real quiet online when your team losing. Or, you know, if it's a bye week, you can still be a fan of the NFL and chime in on the things that go on. Like it just because it's your and y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all Cowboy fans. Y'all be acting like y'all don't nobody see y'all when y'all ducking y'all head and hiding from this smoke. But I ain't even tripping though. I'm happy today for this very reason, and that's because my Giants played against those Eagles of Philadelphia and got a W. Funk Flex bomb.
A well-deserved W.
That bomb resonate with y'all.
So do you have high hopes for the future with games like this? Seeing Danny Dimes
I'm
play
encouraged,
the way he does?
and this is the reason I'm encouraged, bro, because we don't have we didn't have any plans of being competitive this season at all. So the only thing that gives me encouragement as a Giants fan is the state of our division and the fact that we have a chance to play more football if we can win this weak ass division. But I'm not necessarily excited because Saquon is hurt. The defense has definitely made a big improvement, and I think that's the biggest adjustment we've made, you know, from year to year. And then our offensive line holds up pretty well because. I mean, as you can see, Daniel Jones is rushing for 64 yards in a touchdown. Even on that wild shit that happened to him the week ago where he failed, he was still running faster than any quarterback has ran this year. Anybody had ran this year, and it was a 90-yard run. So you can't look at what he's doing right now and be like, I don't like that, because the one thing that we didn't have and we hadn't had is an athletic quarterback who can get outside the pocket and make things happen. We hadn't had that. So today he was 21 to 28, 244 yards. He also had the 9 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown, a 34-yard touchdown run at that. Wayne Gallman was competitive, 18 carries, 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Darius Slayton, 5 receptions, 93 yards, 7 targets. Looked like Shepard was active. On the other side, man, Philadelphia is just looking sad as usual, bro.
Good old Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, 21 to 37, 208 yards. No
you think touchdown. He was worth the money?
Yeah, I just think if he can stay healthy, it's a culmination of things going on there. They don't, they receiving core has always been pretty substandard. They running game for a while has been very subpar. I know Sanders has come in and done a good job this year, but prior to that, they hadn't really had much.
This is second year in the league too, right?
Right. So
Miles Sanders, right?
Yeah. So it's just a matter of them having everything clicking at once. We haven't. When he has had that though, he was having an MVP type season before he got hurt. Yeah. Then Wentz came in, took his shine. Then Foles came in, took his shine, won a Super Bowl, all of that. So he had a season where he was really showing what he was worth, but he got hurt. So that's the thing about the NBA, man. You live and die by your players. The best ability is your availability in the NFL, as they say. So nothing much going on the side of the Eagles. I think we can pull this out. They 3-5-1, we 3-7. So if we can get to 4-7, then we would take the lead in the division if the Eagles lose next week, depending on how the Cowboys play and who they play. But you see how that's been going. So I wonder. I don't even know what their next game is when they come back. If you're a Cowboy fan right now, just tell me who y'all play next, man.
I got somebody coming up.
Yeah, he said, let me enjoy a week when I know we're not going to lose.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
And y'all not going to win either. So how does that make you feel?
Baltimore with the ball right now. 20
New
seconds
England
left on the
missed
clock.
that field goal, so it's 13-10.
Baltimore look like they're trying to push it down for a field goal to close out the half. It's 1st and 10 right now. So if you ain't watching that, that's what's going on. So shout out to my Giants getting a W. That's 2 in a row. Right now, we the trending team in that division, which ain't really saying much. But, I'll take what I can get right now because I wasn't expecting to come into the season with Nathan. Next on the list, we have the good old Broncos and the Raiders. Broncos and the Raiders, if you one of them kind of fans, that old AFC West, is it?
Yes, sir.
AFC West. So we got the Raiders winning 37-12, which was pretty much them beating the pants off of them. Shout out to Derek Carr for having a decent game and a decent year overall.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Balling. Okay, the Cowboys got the Vikings next week, so that's another tough game.
Y'all got to worry about Delvin Cook, and y'all defense is whack.
Man. So Drew Lock with 257 yards, a touchdown, and 4 picks. Welcome to the NFL, my boy.
Yes, sir.
That's what that sounds like. They had nothing going on over there.
But you expect them to have one of these games, though. Las Vegas has been playing good ball this year.
It's so strange.
Defense has been playing good. Vegas. Yeah, I know. It took everything in me not to say Oakland.
Jerry Jeudy had a decent game.
Shout out to Jerry Jeudy. Oklahoma prospect.
All right, shout out to that, man.
No, Jeudy went to Alabama.
Yeah,
my bad.
Josh Jacobs, burgundy uniforms. So cool. Josh Jacobs, 21 carries, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns. That man is a beast.
Melvin Gordon, he did all that hype to
nothing, bro.
to amount to nothing.
I got Melvin Gordon and I got Patrick Lindsey on my team. Philip Lindsey, I'm sorry. We getting the names wrong like crazy
it's
today.
All good.
89%. I tell y'all every show we're gonna be 89% wrong.
Shoot for the stars.
But yeah, I got both of them on my fantasy team. This nigga had 4 carries, 2 yards.
Hey.
So I set Gordon to play Lindsey, and that's what he did.
Nothing. He did nothing. Jeez.
Slap me in the face, bro. Slap me right in the face.
Did Lamar Jackson just throw an interception?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it, man. Looks like it. Let's see what's the next game on the docket, my G. We got the Bills and the Cardinals.
Oh, this is the one we were just talking about. This one was a game of the night. Probably the best game on the whole docket so far.
Yeah, hearing how it just ended, 32-30. Bills lost.
Yes, sir.
It's the 7-3 Bills against the 6-3 Cardinals. Josh Allen, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Kyler Murray.
I've heard MVP talk for Josh Allen.
He's in the conversation. Ooh, look at that catch. Oh, my God. Hopkins in itself, bro. He is. I'm sorry, Devontae Adams. You can do all that talking about how you the best receiver in the league you want to. That is the best receiver in the league, in my opinion, right now.
You think so, Julio?
No, Hopkins.
That's what I'm saying. Over Julio?
Yeah.
No
Julio don't score no touchdowns. That boy have 230 yards and no touchdowns.
That's an amazing 230 yards. So off 6 catches. That's what it'll be though.
Swear to God, he kills it. But if I had to take a number one between the two, like Hopkins gets like show me a Julio a Hail Mary touchdown win. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see those kind of games from him because I know he's capable of it. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm taking Hopkins.
That's tough. Yeah, I'll give you that. Hopkins or Julio, I'm gonna have to flip a coin.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Just keep it real.
Only for hands. Like Julio's probably the most gifted receiver in the league as far as size, speed, and ability. I mean, and even now with Metcalf coming into that, you see the difference between them because if Julio has a bad game, it's just because he didn't score no touchdowns. But like we say, he'll still have 200-something yards.
237
See what I'm saying? So
8 catches.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hopkins, man. I don't feel like
But watching the highlights of this game, it was a very good game. In the third quarter, it looked like Arizona came and scored 17 in the third just to come back. And then at the last minute, that last Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins is what Kyler scrambles out of the pocket and just chunks that bad boy halfway down the field. And then you got DeAndre Hopkins, I think it was three cornerbacks or 2 cornerbacks in the safety.
Looks at that video, it looked like they were just fully surrounding that man.
And he just jumps up, and if you the same age as me, he mossed him.
Right.
He mossed them all. So DeAndre Hopkins,
I'm gonna let y'all
get your crown.
Tune y'all in here when they talk about that so y'all can hear it too. But with Kyler Murray, how you feel about Kyler Murray? I know you was a little skeptical when the season started. I kept asking you about him. Is he impressing you so far?
Yeah, he's making magic happen. I mean, as far as impressing me, he went up against a good over 500 team this week. He just showed his ass. He did good because he just lost against
arguably the best
Tua.
team in the AFC.
Yeah, arguably the best team. Well, I mean, you got Kansas City too.
Shout out to my boy Mike Barbie. Yeah, man, it was good to see you. I wanted to chop it up with you a bit more, bro, but you was working. You looked like you was working up there, so I ain't want to interrupt. You know what I'm saying? I know how it go, but definitely good to see everybody out last night. But yeah, Kyler Murray, bro, I think he's as advertised, right? So he came in, and a lot of people wonder why he would choose football over baseball, considering the amount of money you make in baseball, the guarantee he had already had to be a prospect that was going to get his time. He already got
drafted to Oakland, if I'm not mistaken.
And he stood tall on his playing football thing, bro. Like he didn't waver in that at all. So I'm impressed, and I see why, because he's probably equally or not better than.
And he's from this area too, if I'm not mistaken, from like Allen or something like that, but. He had been winning championships, state titles, and stuff like that here, and he had a winning career in college, and now he's in the NFL. So you know what I'm saying he's doing his thing. He's getting the job done. Let's just put it like that.
That's true, man. That's true. Shout out to what is this, NBC?
Yeah,
NBC, the halftime show. Shout out to
Frico.
Mike
Mike DeFrico.
Listen, if y'all want to know an interesting story, go read about Mike Tirico and his exploits and things he's gotten into.
But it's in the past, though. He's a bigger man.
It's funny.
It's just inside jokes once you find the origin of them.
So what we looking at right now? We got the Buccaneers and the Panthers.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, with this 90-yard run, that's ridiculous.
I had Ronald Jones on my fantasy league. And when he did that, I was watching that play. He busted that boy wide open, pause.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay. He went from like 8 points to 21 points or something like that. So,
shout out to that, man. So yeah, that Bills and Cardinals game was definitely interesting. Let me see. We can go. What's the next game on the docket?
And, the Rams.
Yeah, we can. We can talk about he got the Bucks and the Panthers up there right now. So let me. Oh my God, the Buccaneers 46, the Panthers 23. Yeah,
this is a bounce back game for Sir Thomas Brady.
Come on, man, he wasn't gonna stay under too long. Y'all know better. Y'all know better.
What you thought? He got the brakes beat off of him last week by the
341 yards, three touchdowns. He was sacked once.
By the Saints.
91 point QBR, my brother. 91. How'd that make you feel as a Tom Brady fan?
Brady. Come on now.
Make you feel good?
Of course he gonna have bad games.
Go ahead.
He's still the GOAT.
Go ahead, get it off.
Oh, crazy.
I know you want to get this off.
Nah, because I did shit talking these last 2 weeks about Tom. They know what it is. Just because he took a L last week to Drew Brees and the Saints. What you thought was gonna happen? I mean, it was a good game. But nah, it wasn't a good game. I mean, exactly what's gonna happen.
That's the best receiver in the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best.
But he gonna watch Tom get to the Super Bowl.
You think Tom's gonna make it to the Super Bowl?
It's gonna be a Super Bowl in Tampa.
So we had Jones with 23 carries, 192 yards, a touchdown. Godwin with 6 receptions, 92 yards. Mike Evans 6 receptions, 77 yards.
Yep.
Yeah,
Antonio Brown with 7 receptions for 69 yards. With the long for 25.
See what you talking about with his catch.
Yeah, it was, they were in position. It was just a better catch by Ivy.
Yeah,
that's Hopkins on his catch.
That was DeAndre Hopkins.
They were in position. It was just a better catch by eye, is what he said. So if you ain't seen that catch, my boy got up there and got into it.
Just snatched it out of their hands.
Yeah, man, come on, that's big boy ball. On the other side, Teddy Bridgewater hurt his knee.
Already double covered.
Yeah, they started off to play like that. Like they knew what was happening, bro. You know what's going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Teddy Bridgewater had a rough game, man. He hurt himself again. Hurt his knee, I heard. So 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rough season for him coming back, man. Rough season. Hopefully
he's been playing good ball, though. I'm not gonna lie. Teddy Bridgewater's been playing good ball enough for him to come back off of that gruesome knee surgery. But his backup was the XFL quarterback of the player of the year. I guess I don't know what they was calling it, but PJ Walker. He came out and did his little thing.
Oh, that's who that is.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. That's nice. How did he look? I mean,
he looked pretty good. His elusiveness was out off the charts. But I mean, you coming in the backup position, not knowing really what was going on. And, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that shit. But you know what I'm saying? He did, for the most part, he looked good like he did in the XFL. Just give him a chance to get some reps with the first team. And it just came in shockingly.
DJ Moore, 4 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. What else? We had Anderson with 4. Robbie Anderson had a light day. He's been really lighting it up this year. So
yeah, he did.
Took a day off, man. That quarterback got hurt. It's to be expected. Things happen, man. So hopefully he pulls it together. Let's see. What's another game we got here? I think we fell out of line. Let's go to the Chargers and the Seahawks. Chargers and the Seahawks. Chargers. I'm so sorry. I'm looking at another. What am I looking at? So it's the Rams and the Seahawks. I'm tripping. I was watching that game too. I don't know how I even just got that messed up. Let me see here. Football days, man. We think about how long we waited to have these type of weekends.
Exactly.
I'm just doing a sports show with no sports.
No sports. Getting stuff going.
What were we talking about? What were y'all sitting at home listening to? Like y'all was listening.
Let's ramble on. Shout out to all my Cowboy fans. I got this special edition AllOva hoodie on.
Man, listen, man, you can't get that one yet, but it's out here though. Show that off, bro. That's that next level. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give y'all a wave or some shit, but that one right there is for only.
Check it out.
That's only for the righteous right there, man. You know
special request
for real. So. Your boy Russell Wilson, 22 of 37, 248 yards and 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Sacked 6 times. He had a rough game.
It was a bad game for Russ.
302 yards, neither on that end, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Sacked 3 times. Akers, 10 carries, 38 yards. Russ, 8 carries, 60 yards.
Russ was all over the place though.
Doing what needed to be done, as usual. No real running game there for him either. Receiving yards, Lockett led the way for them for 5 receptions, 66 yards. Metcalf didn't have a catch until like towards the end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, but you got to think you're trying to get that reputation to where we have to put you and a safety over here. We'll roll this linebacker over here for you. So DK, he's well deserved on his coverage.
Right.
If you leave him open, he will burn your ass.
Oh, yeah. Now, the rookie Reynolds on the other side for the Rams, 8 catches for 94 yards, which is cool. Drew Brees having an MRI on them ribs, man. Y'all, if you're a Saints fan, hold your breath. Hold your breath if you're a Saints fan.
You got Jameis coming in.
Ooh-wee.
Jameis in the back. He can see now. Let's just put it like that.
Got them eyes right.
Yeah, them eyes right.
Got them eyes right. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater with the MRI on the knee, man. I hope he good. That was his main thing.
Yeah, I hope Teddy Bridgewater good too.
Shout out to the Rams getting a win, 23-16. Definitely a good divisional game. They both 6-3, so it's gonna be interesting to see who comes out of that one. Whichever one doesn't, will probably end up as a wild card anyway. So they'll still have to see each other. Let me see. We got the Saints and the 49ers.
There you go.
If you're a Saints fan, you should be worried. Drew Brees hurt don't equal playoffs for y'all. Unless
I don't know.
Here you go.
If Jameis can keep him on the road, he can see now.
You gotta.
He threw 30 interceptions, but he did throw 30 touchdowns, 33 touchdowns.
Is that the logic? That's the logic we go with.
Yeah, I mean he's seeing something out there.
They won 27-13. I mean,
but they was already up by that time. Now
he threw 10 passes, completed 6 of them. So
they was already up. He just had to maintain. And plus, Mullins went down too. Mullins went down for a couple quarters, and then plus you got to think San Francisco it ain't the same as San Francisco.
They don't have no quarterback.
I'm not buying into that.
Yeah, they look rough all around. I don't even want to call they stats.
Who are these people out here?
Shout out to y'all 49er fans, man. Y'all had a rough year as far as y'all team and these people been the past 2 years because y'all starters got hurt last year too. So they
made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was up until the fourth quarter. Remember that 49ers?
That's true. Well, y'all 4-6 now, so I give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Y'all got a pretty feasible coach who's seems like he's on the up and up and a solid defense. Yeah. So
once y'all get all y'all players back, I mean, you really can't take 2020 for credit. Shit's been crazy. Unless you're a fucking
72 Saints
fan.
though. 72 Saints. You think they finish out the division strong without Drew Brees?
No, sir.
Not with Tom out there.
I'm not putting no damn my money on Jameis. Even though I just bigged them up though.
Not Jameis versus Tom. If it's come down to the two, I'm taking Tom every time.
Tom to go. You already know who my boy. Where my loyalty lies.
I'm taking Tom
Brady
99.9% of the time.
Exactly. He ain't got 6 of them for no reason.
For real, no, definitely not. If Jameis is the other option. Sorry, Jameis. I'm so sorry. Shout out to everybody watching, man. We appreciate y'all.
Man, share it for us. Share it.
Yeah.
An arrow in the bottom of the corner.
We had a good old slacking with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals today.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are 9-0 for the first time in franchise history, setting that marker. Mike Tomlin, all-time winners black coach in NFL history.
Never had a losing season.
In what, 14 years he's been there? He may have lost in the playoffs, but he's never had a losing season. You got to notice that Pittsburgh doesn't hire many coaches, from Chuck Noll to what's his name? I forget Bill Cowher. Now Mike Tomlin. Three coaches in the last 4 decades. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, think about what his price tag would be if he was ever to get fired and go to another place. Think about how he would be the most sought after coach ever.
Exactly.
Bro.
As soon as he was to give that up, or be like, I'm through. Everybody's going after Mike Tomlin, unless you got a Bill.
That's the only coach opposed to him right now that I can see you really out here. Like any other coach right now, Mike Tomlin is head and shoulders above.
Think. As soon as he'd be like, I'm good.
Oh man, so Joe Burrow takes a tough one today to the Steelers, 36-10. Roethlisberger 333 yards for a touchdown. So it ain't just the defense. Roethlisberger's getting it done. Shout out to him. Shout out to James Conner. Had a pretty feasible game. 13 carries, 36 yards. On the other side, Joe Burrow, 213, a touchdown, no interceptions. It's not his fault, man. So, P. Ryan out there, 7 carries, 48 yards, no touchdowns. They got really nothing on the rushing end.
They wasn't built for Joe Burrow to come in and be this good. I'm just going to put it like that. They sucked these last couple of years.
Yeah.
And they wasn't expecting him to come in. They wanted him to come in and be this good. He's doing his job, but they wasn't expecting him to come in and be this good.
Right.
With that line and them weapons around, like, y'all need to give him some more weapons.
Let me see here. Yeah, it's just pretty much a case of the Bengals 2-6-1 against a 9-0 Bengals team. This was
you knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, that division is pretty strong as far as the top 3 between Pittsburgh, the Ravens, and the Browns. So we're gonna see how that goes, man. Like, see how, because it all boils down to Pittsburgh is gonna get in period in the AFC. I know I just spoke about that other team being one of the best in the AFC, but between Pittsburgh and Kansas City. It's gonna be a pretty tough draw on that side. That side now, it's not gonna be as it's not. It was just the Patriots for a long time, so that kind of is a wash. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Ma'am, you are on TV. Get your hair together out there. These women reporters with their hair on TV. I know
they can't help that win.
You better stay in that suite. They ain't got no suite up there. You could just be in with the game behind you. You better get up there.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be on the field. Is that a requirement?
Nah, they be wanting it.
The Dolphins and the Chargers.
Yes, sir.
Let's see here.
This is Justin Herbert. I forget what he was drafted. 2, I think? 3?
2 or 3.
And Tua Tagovailoa. I probably screwed his name up, but he was drafted 5th?
Yeah.
6th by the Miami Dolphins.
How you feel about the Dolphins right now?
The Dolphins are showing their ass. I mean, I think they would have still been doing. Honestly, I think by now Fitzpatrick probably would have fucked off a couple games.
Yeah, I mean, he gets you about 4 in a row, and he'll lose you 3 or 4 in a row.
He'll lose you 3 in a row. So I think that rookie magic is helping him. He's got a good team around him.
Yeah,
I mean his running game is kind of all over the place, but Tua's been showing some magic.
Yeah.
But I always say this always happens when you don't have no tape or no footage.
Oh yeah.
To go off of how do you scout Tua? Because even last year he didn't even play at Alabama.
All right.
Get somewhere.
Yeah, Patriots is running the ball out here. If y'all watching this game, they are running the ball more than I've ever seen them run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see how they've transferred this team over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely impressed by Tua. Yeah. I think Tua is a big improvement over Fitzmagic. You know, I'm a big Fitzmagic guy.
Only because by now he would have already 6-3. This is what 9 games into the season. By the 5th game of the season, Fitzpatrick already fucked off one of those games.
But we are talking about one of the best quarterbacks to come out of college football in like ages. Like Tua wasn't just a normal prospect.
Yeah, you can tell by
the best quarterback in college for 3 years.
When he took over that championship game to get his name, you know what I'm saying? When he came in to play, like that boy was balling.
He didn't relinquish that shit since then. Like he was the only thing that stopped him was an injury. He was on pace to being the best player in that draft.
Exactly. Let's be clear though, Justin Herbert though. He was a bad dude at Oregon.
Yeah.
I seen him in last year in live action when I got invited to that game. Like that boy's out there playing.
Oh yeah, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Like that's why he went where he did. 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's been having an exceptional rookie campaign. So it'll take a lot for Tua to even catch the top 2, which is Burrow and Herbert right now. So even though Tua is doing a great job right now,
if he keeps winning, he will.
Yeah.
Let's keep that a buck. If he keeps winning, if he gets them to the playoffs, no matter what Burrow did or what Herbert did, Tua's gonna be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
guarantee that.
So we got the Browns and the Texans. We'll just run through that one real quick because I don't want to waste y'all time with that. Like if you watch that game, you got ESPN. Yeah, nobody cares about that. 7-10, the Texans lose. 2-7 against the 6-3 Browns. We got Deshaun Watson, had a pretty basic game, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. Chubb coming back, bro. Chubb coming back hurt my fantasy team today because he was on the other side. So I was like, man, he's coming off an injury. He ain't gonna do that. No. Well, hit me off an injury for 126 and a touchdown, and then Rashard Higgins with 3 catches and 48 yards. So shout out to that boring ass game.
Yes, sir.
The Washington football team against the Lions, which was a pretty exciting game. Alex Smith's starting for the first time in 18 months.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for that, man. 390 yards, 38 of 55. So he came out doing things that
doing the same things Alex Smith was doing.
That nobody would have expected.
Exactly.
DeAndre Swift on the other side for the Lions, 16 carries, 81 yards, and then Marvin Jones Jr. on the other side for 8 receptions, 96 yards and a touchdown.
I should have picked that man up. I needed another player, and I just looked over him like, Marvin Jones, bum.
Right, somebody just got hurt in this game, and I don't know what just happened, but the Patriots just scored, and somebody got hurt. So,
but shout out to Alex Smith though. I'm an Alex Smith fan, so. Shout out to him for coming back and being productive.
Right. We got Green Bay and Jacksonville, which is a game that was much closer than it needed to be.
Yes, sir.
Hey, get your team together, bro. Get your team to figure it out there. Aaron Rodgers, of course, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Robinson on the other side with 23 carries and 109 yards. And then Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 149 yards and a touchdown.
4 receptions.
4. That boy was catching, so his yards after catch were heavier. Either he was catching bombs. So y'all can go watch them highlights if you really want to catch up with that one. I'll leave that to y'all. And then for the last game that happened Thursday, which was the Titans versus the Colts. If you really was into that one,
the old man Phillip Rivers pulls it off.
Phillip Rivers 308 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry 19 carries, 103 yards. And then for Indiana, they had Michael Pittman with 7 catches and 101 yards. But it's just a matter of that defense, man. They play a solid defense, and he is complimentary. Like he don't gotta do much. Like he just has to be there.
Just be there.
For real.
You'll take a lot of that.
He just has to be there. So that's just a quick rundown. We got the game tomorrow, which will be the Vikings and the Bears. If you're interested in that, that'll be tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll let you adjust to your time zone wherever y'all at, because we got people all over the place watching. Looks like it's gonna be a great game at Soldier Field. 50 degrees there, a little chilly. If you're out there in the shy, man, hold your head. Don't just be going at a game. Make sure you're watching your surroundings. Shit get greasy out here, man. Anything else in the sports world, man? You got it coming up. Oh, we got the talk about your episode coming up, man.
The kickback, I finally got it back from Lil Sis, so I should be dropping that maybe tomorrow-ish, maybe Tuesday, sometime in the beginning of the week. I don't want to get your hopes up too much, but that shit is dropping with my boy B Ham.
We're gonna get Raven all over chain.
Man, a chaining day. But yeah, that's the kickback. A whole conversation with my boy B Ham about shoes, sneakerheads, the culture, everything with his love for sneakers, all that. So that's coming soon.
Definitely.
So pay attention. Be clear.
A lot of material, a lot of things happening, a lot of interviews and people to talk to.
Yeah. Go back out and check them top 10 videos we just dropped.
Please, man, go check everything. Just go to the AllOva Media page.
Just click on whatever the fuck you want to.
If you're on Facebook and you want to find the AllOva Media page, you can type in AllOva Media, or you can type in AllOva overall in the search bar. Either one is gonna
bring us up.
And just go to that page, man. Go down that page. It has everything that we've been doing, everything that we got going on. If you want to go to the YouTube, go to AllOva Media on YouTube. It is all on there. You find everything that we've done here in the past.
Yes, sir.
Just if you listening for music, same thing. Go to Spotify, all them kind of places, man. Google the names, y'all find it.
You don't find us.
Right now, New England is winning 20-10, third quarter. Whoever was hurt just got up off the ground. Looked like there was a little skirmish there, but whatever.
I will shout this out real quick for all my wrestling fans. WWE, I don't know if you watch it or not, whether you watch AEW or you watch New Japan, Ring of Honor, whatever you watch, Impact, whatever your vice is, but WWE has the inaugural, their Survivor Series card coming up, their pay-per-view coming up. And this will be the 30 years since The Undertaker. So it's a celebration to The Undertaker for being around for 30 years in the pro wrestling world.
That's dope.
So they're supposed to big him up there. So you got, this is pretty much like a one person loses to like 5-man match, tag team match. If you lose, you got to go to the bag until your team is done. So you got a bunch of people on the card. You got Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton for the champion versus champion. Then you got the men's Raw team versus the men's SmackDown team. Then you got the women's Raw team versus the women's SmackDown team. Then you got Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion, versus Sasha Banks, which is Snoop Dogg's cousin. Music
That's
plug.
so wild.
Yeah, music plug. So Sasha Banks and for champion versus champion. No titles will be changed for that. Then you got the Street Profits, the SmackDown champions versus the New Day, minus Big E. And you got Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn, the United States Championship and the Intercontinental Champion. And then you got a special appearance by my boy, The Undertaker.
Nice. Shout out to that.
And that shit close out tonight. So that's for all my wrestling fans. You just had AEW have a pay-per-view event that just happened a couple weekends ago. And so shit, just you got wrestling shit. Anything to say about wrestling? Jump in the comments. Let your boy know.
For real. Y'all out there.
Yeah.
Don't act like you ain't.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm a pro wrestling fan. Been one since forever.
Man. Last game of the night, still 20-10. Baltimore with the ball.
Yeah.
Third quarter, man. That's if you're not watching it, go check in if you into that. See who comes out on top here. It's looking like New England is got a plan here, but we'll see what Lamar Jackson can do closing it out, man.
Still got 2 quarters of football.
Appreciate y'all for watching, for tuning in, for liking, for sharing, for all of that, man. It's appreciated for everything that we do and we have. That's it, man. It's all over. Y'all know the normal. I'll let my man lead us out.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the fuck he wants.
Holla at y'all.